Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Middlesex County College Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. My name is Lucy Watt. I'm one of the facilitators here with StriveScan. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You as a student have the access to use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of the many different sessions happening tonight. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions. I'll show a screen with other upcoming events in a minute. The presentation is being recorded, so if you wish to watch it back, you are welcome to, and you can view it at the same website where you registered. We are going to be hearing from 6 different colleges tonight. We are hearing from St. Elizabeth University, King's College, St. Peter's University, St. Anselm College, as well as Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, and Kean University. So this is the calendar, or rather schedule, of the events. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to St. Elizabeth College.
Awesome. So I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Morgan. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions here at St. Elizabeth University in Morristown, New Jersey. I'm also an alum of St. Elizabeth. I graduated in 2017, so I'm really happy to be back. So here's a little bit about St. Elizabeth University and why we're such a great school. Where we're located is about an hour from New York City. We are a very small school. We have about 1,100 students on our campus. So if you're looking for that small school environment, we might be the one for you. We're a very quiet campus, even though we have 200 acres worth of land. We're a very quiet campus, allowing for our students to have ample time for studies while still being able to have a fun college experience where we have events taking place on a daily, as well as being able to go and watch our athletic teams compete as well. SEU's top 5. So again, we are a very small school. So our student to faculty ratio is about 11 students to 1 faculty member. In this environment, you really get to know your professors, where they'll know you as a name and not just a number. You'll be able to get a personal relationship with your professor, where you'll be able to drop in for open office hours, be able to email them on a daily basis. Some professors even give out their phone numbers, where you can text them and call them if you ever need help with any of your work, and really get to know them more on that really one-on-one mentorship area. We do have an SEU Promise program. So this program is for all incoming freshmen. With this program, you are automatically enrolled into completing the program in a 4-year span. And with that, as long as you were to complete different workshops on our campus, go to different internship opportunities, do really well in your courses, we will guarantee that you will have a position in your field but when you were to graduate. So you will have a full-time position or enrolled in graduate school by the time you graduate. If you do not have a position, which is highly unlikely, we will promise back to you that you can be hired on our campus for a 6-month paid internship. So if you are not enrolled in a graduate program, or you have not gotten a full-time position, we promise that we will hire you back for a 6-month paid internship upon that program. 98% of our students receive a grant or scholarship, and we have scholarships ranging from about $15,000 to about $21,000. And we also have additional scholarships as well that you can be qualified for. We definitely encourage all of our students to obviously submit their FAFSA so that we'll be able to give them their financial aid package, and they will know how much it'll cost to attend the college. We are 1 hour away from New York City and an 1.5-hour drive from Philadelphia, and we are SAT and ACT optional. We also have a summer scholars program for students who are looking to bridge the gap between their high school and collegiate career. We have an EOF program, an academic success center for students looking to get some extra help, one-on-one peer mentorship, get an internship opportunity on campus, and also be able to find jobs on and off campus. This is a list of all of our academic offerings. One program that I really would like to emphasize is our individualized and self-designed major. With that, you can actually create your own major on our campus. We are linked with 2 other schools in our area, Drew University and Fairleigh Dickinson University, where you can actually take courses on their campus as well. So you can be an SEU student and still take courses and go to different events on their campuses as well. We do have 5-year combined degree programs that you can take, so you can be graduate in 5 years with both your bachelor's and your master's degree, as well as dual degree program and pre-professional programs as well. Applying to SEU is very easy. We have a free application. All you would need is your high school transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, an essay, and optional SAT and ACT scores. And an early application means priority consideration for scholarships. With that, we are rolling admissions. So if you were to apply today and get us all of your documents, we will be able to turn over your application within a week, which means you'll receive your decision within a week from there. Visiting and learning more, we encourage all of our students to visit on campus and virtual events. If you do visit, you can receive a $1,000 tuition grant. So coming tonight, make sure to put on your application that you take part in this event, and you'll be able to receive a $1,000 grant. This is our admissions team. So if you ever have any questions, you can reach out to any of us at any time.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up is King's College.
All right, let me. Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Sarah. I'm an admissions counselor for New Jersey for King's College. All right, so I'm just going to start with a couple of little overview of King's College. We're located in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. It's about 2 hours from New York City and 2 hours from Philadelphia. If you like The Office, we're about 10 minutes from Scranton. To the left here also is my contact information. You could always call me or anybody else in our admissions office.
Sarah, sorry to interrupt. Could you make your screen a little bit bigger? We're able to see your chat on the side.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Ooh. Sorry. I'm not entirely sure how to make it bigger.
Okay, that's fine. You can continue then.
Sorry. Okay, so we have about 2,400 undergraduate students on campus, and we have over 40 undergraduate majors. Our student to faculty ratio is 16:1, and our average class size is 18. We do have a 99% placement rate in either a graduate school or a job within 6 months of graduation. So up there we have majors at a glance. That's our most popular majors. I will kind of come back to that in a little bit. We have over 50 clubs and organizations. It's about 1 for each major and then a few others. We have 28 Division III teams, including esports, which is our newest. This is the city of Wilkes-Barre. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of partnerships with different places around Wilkes-Barre, including some ski resorts and the movies where they will give you discounted tickets for the entire year and the entire time that you're a student here at King's. These are our health science programs: exercise science, athletic training, nursing, and physician assistant. Of these, our nursing and physician assistant do require an SAT or an ACT score. Other than that, we are test optional. Our business school is also one of our most popular. We are AACSB accredited, which is the highest accreditation you can receive as a business school. So although we are a smaller school, you're going to get that recognition as with that accreditation for this education. We have 2 types of engineering programs here at King's. One is directly at King's. You'll spend all your 4 years at King's for civil or mechanical engineering. Our other 2 are a 3+2 program with either Notre Dame or Washington University. So that would be 3 years here and 2 years at either of those schools. You would graduate with a master's in science from King's and a master's in engineering from either Notre Dame or Washington University. This is our other program that requires an SAT or an ACT score. There are 2 ways to apply to King's College. You can apply early action, early decision, or rolling admission through the Common App or through our King's app. Applications open August 1st, and I would encourage everyone to apply early action so we can get through your application as quickly as possible and start the process of financial aid. We have a range of scholarships from $14,000 to $22,000 here at King's, which are completely merit-based. So we're going to look at your GPA and your SAT or ACT score and base our merit scholarships off of that. Other than that, we have additional scholarships that will be based on your FAFSA. If you come to visit us here at King's, you get a $500 scholarship added as well. There are plenty of opportunities also to amend your scholarship through an appeal. So finally, again, my name is Sarah Denyon. We also have accepted students days for those who have possibly applied and been accepted on March 7th, April 11th, and April 25th. We have other events coming up. If you go to our website and under admissions, I'll also be putting in the chat a link for an inquiry form. That's the best way for us to start to reach you and facilitate that conversation.
Great, thank you. Okay, next up we have St. Peter's University.
Sorry, just trying to get my PowerPoint up here. Hello, everyone. My name is Kaylee Galbraith. I'm from St. Peter's University. I'm Assistant Director of Undergrad Admissions there. So welcome tonight. So we are a Jesuit university. So this means a lot of different things to different people, but we like to say our students come for a degree, but leave with so much more. Kind of the big takeaways from our Jesuit identity are really cura personalis, which I'll mention again in a second, and community service. We have a ton of options for community service, including community service-based clubs, as well as mission trips and things like that. One thing I do want to say right now, though, is while we are Jesuit, you do not need to be Jesuit or Catholic at all to attend. We are welcoming to everybody, and definitely want everyone to attend St. Peter's. So we are a pretty small school, around 3,600 students. Student to faculty ratio is about 13:1. The cura personalis, as I mentioned earlier, it means care for the whole person. And you definitely feel that at St. Peter's. So your professors care about you. You're not just a number. They know who you are. And they don't just care about you academically, but about you as a whole person. Our average class size freshman year is around 22 students. You can get down to as low as 13 or 14 once you get more into your concentration. We do have over 50,000 hours of community service, as you can see right there. The peacock is our mascot, so that's Peter. He's pretty awesome. And we do have a 94% job placement rate after graduation. We are super proud of that number. So we are located in Jersey City, New Jersey. We are about 12 minutes to Manhattan. So definitely some amazing internship opportunities as well as job placements after graduation. So tons of opportunity there, as well as some amazing fun things to do when we're not in the middle of a pandemic. So we do have over 50 majors at St. Peter's. Our top 5 are biology, psychology, criminal justice, nursing, and business. And with those, we have some amazing state-of-the-art technology. So we do have a trading room that kind of mimics Wall Street for our business majors. We have a nursing simulation lab with a sim man, woman, and child. So you get to practice on kind of fake people before you go actually do anything with real people. And we also have a cybersecurity center for our cybersecurity students, obviously. And something exciting, we are getting a new lab for our new concentration in business, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning. So we're really excited about that and a new lab coming soon. So some great technologies at St. Peter's. We do have over 70 clubs on campus, which is a ton for a school of our size. We have everything from an anime club to a knitting club. We also have a puppy club where our students train a service dog. So that's really cool. We have a ton of intramural and extramural sports as well. So you can definitely stay active while on campus. Tons of different events going on all the time. The picture here is from our Peacock Color Run. So our students definitely have a lot of fun. We are Division I for athletics. You can see our sports listed here. A lot of our students like to go cheer on our Peacocks and just give them their support. The games are always a good time. So we do offer housing guaranteed all 4 years. Freshman, sophomore years are traditional residence hall style. Junior, senior is more apartment style. That being said, we are about 60% commuter students. So we do have plenty of parking on campus. We have 8 lots. We do offer commuter meal plans, which you can see listed here. On top of that, we do have a free shuttle from Journal Square, which is the train station right next to campus. It's about a block and a half away. So if you don't feel like walking, you can just wait for the shuttle. So for the application process, we do what's called a holistic reading at St. Peter's. So we look at everything that you send to us. So we do look at your GPA. We are test optional. So you do not need to submit your test scores to us. If you do submit them, obviously we take a look at them. We look at your essay and we assess your readiness for college. On top of that, I know a lot of students have talked to me before saying that they did not have a lot of extracurriculars. That's okay. If you have a job, we want to know about it. If you're doing stuff at home, we want to know about it. Just the more you can tell us, the better off you are. So for cost of attendance, no, these are big numbers. Tuition's around 39, room and board's around 16, bringing your total cost to around 55. That being said, nobody pays that because every student admitted to St. Peter's does receive a scholarship. Baseline scholarship this year was around $20,000 and it moves up with GPA and or SAT scores all the way to a full ride. If your parents or grandparents attended St. Peter's, you do get a little bit of a bump there. So definitely we can end up being pretty affordable. So ready to apply, we are a free application. We are a rolling application as well. So you can submit it at any time. We try to get a decision back to you within the week. So free application and we are in the Common App. And if you have any questions, my email is there, but I will also drop that in the chat so you can reach out to me.
Great, thank you. Okay, next up, we are going to hear from St. Anselm College.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming tonight. My name is Matthew Raymond. I'm one of the admission counselors at St. Anselm College. We are in Manchester, New Hampshire. We are a small Catholic liberal arts college of just over 2,000 students. And the first thing that I'm going to show to you is just a short YouTube clip that our college has put together. I think it does a great job of showing off our campus and some of the things that our students are involved in. So I'll show that and then move on with my presentation. All right. So this now that I've pulled up is our St. Anselm College virtual view book. You can find this online, just Google St. Anselm College virtual view book. And a lot of information that you're looking for can be found in here. So I'll go through briefly through some of these things and talk about, first thing I'll talk about is our academics. So like I said, we are a smaller college. We offer a number of majors, and those you can see here. So we offer programs in a variety of different disciplines, and our most popular tend to be nursing, business, psychology, politics, and the like. And the programs that you see on this list are there because St. Anselm College, we are confident that we can provide a strong education in those fields, and we do that. And the next thing that I'll show you is a little bit about our traditions on campus. So our students, 97% of our students live on campus all 4 years. Housing is guaranteed for all 4 years, and our students remain on campus for that period of time because they simply love being there. I'm an alum of the college myself. I graduated just last year in the midst of the pandemic, so I'm happy to answer any questions from the student experience as well as from the admission counselor perspective. Now, it's an honor to be back a member of the community and working at the college. So I like to say, the funniest thing about St. Anselm College is that we're #1 college in the country in Christmas cheer. So we have a few different traditions that revolve around that period of time that, between November and January, everyone has a smile on their face. And we also have several other ways that our students get involved, from ranging from service to campus ministry programs. Our students, love to get involved and love to be a member of our community. And our community does great work around New Hampshire and around the Manchester area. This I like to talk about. So we are a Catholic Benedictine institution, and we do house a fully functioning Benedictine monastery on our campus. So that means we have a small group of monks that live on the campus. Many of them work at the college, and they're great members of our community. They teach classes, they work in different offices, and they interact with our students on a daily basis. And they've been there since the college was founded in 1889. And it's because of them that our college is home to so many of these great hallmarks that you see on the screen. Certainly hospitality is the one that sticks out to me when I think about St. A's. Unfortunately, we aren't welcoming visitors to campus right now, but we've found different ways to offer virtual visit opportunities and virtual tours. So I'd encourage any students that are interested to check out those opportunities online as well. Our community, like I've mentioned, is very strong. I think the number I got recently was almost 20% of our faculty and staff are alum of the college. So those who go to St. A's just can't find the ways to leave. We want to stay, and we want to continue to make an impact on the community. Like I said, we are offering virtual visit opportunities. So as you can see here, these are the different ways that you can get involved and find out more information about St. Anselm College, certainly through virtual visits. We are offering live campus tours through Zoom that have gotten some great feedback. So I'd encourage any interested students to check those opportunities out.
Great, thanks so much. Okay, next up, we are going to hear from Pennsylvania College of Art and Design.
There we go. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, everyone. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. My name is Osmanori. I'm an admissions counselor here at Pennsylvania College of Art and Design and also an alum of the school. I graduated in 2011 with a BFA in photography. Also alongside me, who you won't see, Tressa Varner, my colleague, will be typing things and resources into the chat as I talk through our presentation. But I'm just going to give a little bit of rundown of what we have to offer as an arts institution and how fun we are. So our philosophy at the school is to see differently, and how we try and cultivate that through our students is to teach them how to create through influence, through adaptive thinking, effective making, and articulate voice, not only within the school, but outside of the school. Just some background information about us. We're founded in 1982 for artists by artists, so a relatively young school at that. You'll get your BFA in any of the 6 degrees that are listed here. Those will be animation and gaming art, fine art, graphic design, illustration, photography, and live experience design. which is our newest one coming this fall. We do consider ourselves a micro college with just under total enrollment that hovers around 275 to 300 students at any given time. That lends our students a very personal experience, even more so and some larger universities that may have 50,000, 40,000 students. And we are located in the heart of Lancaster City, PA. As you can see by this map here, we're relatively close to a lot of the other major cities, namely New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Also not pictured here is Washington, D.C. A lot of students frequent trips there if they want to get outside and get outside of our little town there. And as I mentioned before, we are a relatively small school, so our student ratio is about 10 to 1 students usually per classroom. Depending on what major you're in, that might be smaller or bigger, depending. We do have state-of-the-art studios and classrooms within our facilities. Those can range from printmaking to a Cintiq lab, a design studio for graphic design, photography studio, things like that. And also to add to our more personal experience, we do have working artists and designers who are also faculty and mentors within the institution themselves. We also have faculty that invite friends and or working artists that they know to come have artist talks, things like that within the institution. And before you usually get into one of the 6 majors that I mentioned before, there is a foundation year that we usually have a lot of our students go through, kind of giving a basis of what the college has to offer within the next 3 years of them being there. That'll give our students a chance to overall decide on what they want to do relatively early. If they already know the major they want to go into, it gives them different perspectives from different viewpoints. If they're already decided on what major, if they're already kind of wishy-washy about where they want to go and what they want to pursue, this gives them a chance to dip into each one of those majors and take different classes and see where they want to go in their sophomore year. We also just newly introduced, we have liberal arts and minors, the liberal arts focus areas and minor programs. You can kind of go into any one of these along with your major that you already have, as well as having a major and a liberal arts focus area. It kind of depends on how many credits you want to take at any given time, but these are something that we've introduced that's coming in the fall as well. We do have housing. Usually our housing is split up between 5 locations, and they're all split between, we have foundation housing, and then it goes up to sophomore, juniors, and seniors. And how you pick your housing through our PCAD housing department. We also have a housing referral service if you don't want to live under our umbrella of housing. Usually you'll work with the student life and housing departments to figure out what roommate you want or where you want to live, or if you want to live under our umbrella overall. These are some examples. And then as a native of Lancaster, I do always tell people to come and explore, see what the city has to offer. We're small but mighty, as I like to say. There's a lot going on in our city all the time, lots of festivals, lots of things that are involved within the school, lots of opportunities for working artists within this little town of Lancaster. So how do you start? Essentially, you'll start by applying. You go to pcad.edu/apply, and you'll click on the undergraduate application degree. And we do have a $40 application fee, but if you put in this code along with many other fee waiver codes that we do have, you put in AppNow 2021, it'll waive that fee completely. And then through that process, you'll get to know your applicant portal through Slate and go that direction and kind of get yourself ingrained in that and understanding how that works in applying to the school. Some requirements, since we are an art school, we do require a portfolio. That's one of our biggest points. 8 to 10 pieces of recent and original work, personal statement talking about why you wanted to come to the school and why you love art and why you love PCAD in general. And then our official transcripts, we do need those. We usually request those through your guidance counselor or the registrar's office. And then our transfer and international students may have a little bit different of a process when they go into this, but we do require transcripts on that. And lastly, we do offer scholarships. We do offer merit and transfer scholarships, and we also have a portfolio merit scholarship competition that we hold every year for you to get even more money. And then the FAFSA is something else that we kind of direct our students to doing first off, because obviously with this year, everything's really crazy. It can take a little bit longer. So we direct our students to the FAFSA to fill out their financial aid, and we also help with that as well throughout that process. And there's also state grants that we also direct our students to get even more money that kind of relate back to our school or an outside resource. So lastly, you can reach out to us at any time. Tresha should be putting our contact information within the chat. We do have an open house on March 6th, and we do have also art school toolkits and admissions info sessions that'll be listed at this website below. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And then finally, Kean University.
Good evening, everyone. I'm just going to share my screen really quickly. So my name is Greg Benedict. I am the Managing Assistant Director from the Office of Admissions at Kean University. I'm a two-time alumni from Kean. I work with students directly from Middlesex, Monmouth, Camden counties, the 14 athletic programs that we have at Kean, as well as our Michael Graves College of Design and Architecture. I put my contact information and our promo code already in the chat, but feel free to ask questions throughout. I'm going to go over quickly where our campus is located and a lot of the new features that we've brought to campus. We're in Union, New Jersey. We have around 16,000 students in total. We have around 50 undergraduate programs to choose from, a little over 70 graduate options. And our campus has grown a lot within the last 10 years or so. As you can see throughout this slide, a number of new buildings, especially if you are familiar with Kean or alumni or had a friend that went to Kean, we've changed a lot. We still keep a lot of our tradition and our history within the campus. The Liberty Hall Academic Center in the top right is actually right next to our Liberty Hall Museum, which is the ancestral home to the Kean family. A lot of history, but the center in itself is the first state center for history within New Jersey, so there's a lot of archiving that goes on. We have a number of facilities for math, science, natural applied health sciences. Our new president is focusing a lot on research, and we've done a lot already in the community, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic. We're one of the largest testing facilities within New Jersey. And we are also doing research on COVID-19, and our students are able to be a part of that as well. We have some new buildings for our College of Business and Public Management. In the top left is Heinz Hall. It has some Bloomberg business intelligence built in, a virtual library. Some of our other larger programs consist of education, the Michael Graves College of Design and Architecture, psychology, communications. We have a large number of liberal arts programs, music, theater, fine arts. In the middle right is pictures of one of our research facilities. And we have something called the Research First Initiative, which allows students to do live research within the buildings that they're doing their courses in. They can walk right down the hall from their classes into live research as early as their freshman year. And it can help develop a lot of strong resume building opportunities. They can work with the same company, or they can bounce around between a couple companies. And as I mentioned, the COVID-19 is a new piece to our campus. The building in the middle left is a new extension for more research facilities for math and science. And we were founded on a teacher's college. We are still one of the largest number of producers of teachers within New Jersey. We were actually recently recognized by Newsweek.com for mid-range pay, and our teachers earning one of the highest mid-range paid salaries throughout the country. And that opportunity for students, not only from education, but across our programs, and here's a list of them, a lot of opportunity for internship experience, growth throughout the campus community, and beyond. Union, New Jersey is only 30 minutes away from New York City. We have a train station right on campus, but we also have some other campus locations around New Jersey and around the globe. We have our School of Online Education. I'll start off with that. With the pandemic and being remote and online, becoming a bigger norm for a lot of people. We've had an established School of Online Learning for about 5 years. So we have already full four-year and graduate programs completely online. We have a campus location in Toms River with Ocean County College. So students that are in the South Jersey region, if they want to continue with Kean at that campus site, they can get a Kean degree there. We have a new campus in Jefferson Township, which is a learning naturally environment. Students in the environmental fields can do research there, but it's open to any student to get out of the traditional classroom setting in more of a natural environment. It's a really cool place to be. And then we are one of only 3 schools in the entire country that have a campus in China. Currently, students aren't going there, but we have students that live in China that are attending there. The difference between this and any other study abroad option is that it's a Kean campus, so it's English-based, and there's opportunities for you to have scholarships to pay for your flights and excursions while you're there, but tuition and fees is the same as it is in Union. And this gives students the opportunity to get a global experience at the same cost and to get global internships that can set you apart from anyone else across the country. Our student life is a big piece. We have over 170 clubs, student organizations, honor societies, 33 fraternities and sororities, 14 athletic programs. As I mentioned, that we're Division III. We have a lot of partnerships. We were on the President's Honor Roll for the past 8 years as far as our community service involvement goes. Raising a lot of money for a lot of different organizations out there, but also partnering with the communities and helping students not only develop their resumes and building connections, but understanding how to do that and adding that to their resume for when they go on to their careers in other places. Living on campus is a big piece. We were voted top public residence halls on niche. We have a lot of new residence halls. We have 7 in total. This is Cougar Hall, which is a freshman residence hall. It has great amenities within these residence halls. All of them consist 24-hour computer labs, on-site laundry services that are coinless, screening rooms, community kitchens, and the best piece, I think, is the tutoring opportunities. There's after-hour tutoring opportunities for students within their residence hall on their floor. And yes, there is students living on campus now about at a 50% capacity, whether you're remote or going through a hybrid option, which is they have a small section of time for students to be on campus for classes. Campus dining, we've added a lot of new restaurants. So Starbucks, we have about 4 of them. Smashburger, Jersey Mike's, Annie Ann's, just to name a few. But a lot of newness to the campus. It looks a lot more modern than it did maybe 10 years ago, but still very close-knit family style setting. Applying to the campus is pretty easy. Apply on our website, kean.edu. We are test optional now. So transcripts are the main requirement, but we will take your test scores. If you're considering a design, architecture, or a theater, music, or fine arts program, there's special requirements for an audition or a portfolio. Any of those additional pieces like the test scores, letters of recommendation, and essays can only help your application. They'll never hinder you from getting any sort of merit scholarship. Please take the promo code that will waive the application fee on our website application. Some other things we did for accessibility. We've allowed students to have a reduced tuition deposit. We took it down to $95. We changed our placement testing options for students to avoid contact. It's now through your high school transcript. And we've added a lot of new scholarships, including test optional ones for your merit scholarships that are annual for each year. We also have additional scholarships through the FAFSA, as well as we have foundation scholarships, which are more major-based, involvement-based that you would apply for each year moving forward, even as a current student. And our tuition is the most affordable right now for 4-year institutions in New Jersey, about $12,500 a year. If you're living on campus with a meal plan, it's around $26,000 for in-state students, around $32,000 for out-of-state students. There's an additional out-of-state residency scholarship that's $4,000 annually as well. And please, again, stay in touch. I put my contact information already in the chat, but here's some additional links and the promo code to continue to visit our site and learn more about our institution.
Great, thanks so much. Okay, so that wraps up all of our universities and colleges that are here with us today. We do have a couple more minutes left for a fun little question. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I'm going to pose this question to the universities and colleges here, and then you'll just answer the question in the same order that you presented. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So the question itself is, give an interesting or fun fact about your school. I know some of you alluded to little snippets here and there, but if you have anything else you wanted to elaborate on that, then please feel free. So then we'll just go in the same order that you presented. So go ahead.
Awesome. So an interesting fact about SEU is that we were founded in 1899 as an all-women's college, and we were actually the last all-women's college up until 2016. So we went co-ed in 2016. And another really cool fact about the college is that we actually have a Greek theater on our campus. We actually put on Shakespearean plays every summer. And we also host different plays on our campus through our clubs and organizations. And we use that area for different events on campus. And that Greek theater was built in the 1930s. It's where originally our graduations took place. And it was actually built by all different stone that they actually found around campus, and actually built by the employees of the campus at the time. So everyone loves to go over there and, you know, hang out, study, tan if they want to. And when you look out over that area, you can actually see the Jets training facility outside the back of campus. So if you're a Jets fan, it's a good place to be sitting. You can see players going back and forth sometimes.
Very cool. Okay, King's College.
Yeah, so we actually offer theater as a major and a minor here at King's. And one of our previous theater majors has been on Broadway and recently won a Tony Award. So that is really awesome. Also, if you're a fan of The Office, we are 10 minutes from Scranton and they have an office tour, which is really fun to be able to actually see those things in person.
Really cool. Okay, St. Peter's.
Yeah, so my fun fact is that our track coach was actually a former Olympic athlete. His name's John Marshall, and he participated in the '84 Olympics.
That's really cool. Okay, St. Anselm College. I got it
Yep.
right this time.
So I guess fun fact that I like is we are home to the New Hampshire Institute of Politics on campus. So our that Institute of Politics is a national leader in providing political information, especially during a year like 2020 where we had an election. St. Anselm College was home to a Democratic national debate on our campus in our hockey arena. So when debate season comes around, St. A's is always the first place where CNN, ABC are all trying to get. So our students get that perspective firsthand and see all the exciting happenings going on during those periods of time.
Awesome. Okay, Pennsylvania College of Art and Design.
Yeah, two fun facts. You might not necessarily associate an art school with sports necessarily, since we're so small, but we do have a cool bowling team, and we have bowling jerseys, and our president participates, and we compete against other schools that have bowling teams, which is awesome. And another fun fact is that part of our building used to be a parking garage and a car dealership. So
Those are pretty cool. And then finally, Kean University.
So at Kean, we have something called the Liberty Hall Museum, as I mentioned. And recently in the news, we had stumbled upon some cases of Madeira wine that was just laying around on display. It was kind of like hidden, I guess, when people were walking by. People would just shuffle like the crate around. But they are actually over 200 years old, bottles of Madeira wine. They're actually the oldest aged wine in the country, and they're selling at over $10,000 a bottle. They were so well preserved just sitting there that they were able to trace it back to Portugal. And they believe that they were there, sorry for the baby noises. They believe they were there for presidents or founding fathers discussing drafts of the Constitution, as they found those within the home as well. So pretty cool.
That is really cool. Okay, so if there aren't any final questions, students and attendees, you're welcome to put them in the chat. And don't forget to make sure that your question, what school you're directing it to, you have that school's name. And then as far as panelists, make sure that your contact information is in the chat so that our attendees can reach out. And then I do just want to share my screen one final time. Just to share information about a quick survey. So once this session ends, you'll be directed to a link. And then I will also show the upcoming events as well. So the survey itself, which is up here, like I said, it'll come on after the fact. And then in about a week, you'll be able to find the sessions recording, as well as other sessions that maybe you couldn't make, or it was a school, like 2 or 3 of your schools were happening at the same time and you really wanted to make them all. You'll be able to see those as well. So again, thank you. Any final questions, leave them in the chat. But other than that, I will say thank you for coming. Good luck and be well. Thanks, everybody.